Welcome back to the KB Money Show. It's your boy KB, and today we're going to talk about which one is better, the debt snowball method or the avalanche method. You be the judge. Let's get into it. Okay, first, before we talk about which is better, which one do you prefer, and all those things, first we need to understand what they are. So, first, let's talk about the debt snowball method and what that is. So, with the debt snowball method, basically what you do is you take your smallest and you list out your smallest to your largest debts, rank them out, list them out, and then you pay the minimum on everything except for the smallest debt, and you aggressively attack the smallest debt. Once you aggressively pay off that smallest debt, you take all of that money that you was aggressively throwing at, including the minimal payment plus the extra, and you roll that into the next debt. Aggressively pay that off. Then what you do is you take everything that you was paying for the smallest, and then the one that you just paid off, you roll that into the next debt, and then to the next debt, into the next debt, into the next debt. And what you end up having is you start building momentum, you start seeing progress, and then you make it happen. And then before you know it, you look up and the debts are paid over time. So that is the debt snowball method. That is the one that's the one that I have personal experience with. And so that's the one that I've chosen to use. So now let's talk about the avalanche method. So with the avalanche method, same thing. It's a debt payoff tool that you can use as a guide. So what you do is you understand all of your debts. This time you need to also understand what the interest rates are, which one has the highest interest rate, and then you focus on the one that has the highest interest rate first, pay that one off, and then you focus on the other debts according to the interest rates, and then you work your way through that process. And so those are the two methods. uh, it depends on your personal situation and what you have going on and which one you choose. Now, which do I prefer and which is better? First, I'll start with the one that I prefer. I prefer the debt snowball method. That's the one that I've always used, and I like to keep things super simple. Stack rank it, smallest to largest. Go to work, get it done. That's been my approach, and also a part of that process too, though, is it allows you to see some immediate wins in terms of paying off that smallest debt. That's a milestone, and you get to celebrate that, and then so on for the smaller one, then the next one, then the next one, and leading up to the largest debt. Sometimes if you're focusing on a larger debt, sometimes it could take an extended period of time before get that feedback of like your debt you paid off your debt. And so sometimes you can potentially lose motivation. But hey, when you have a big why, if you're using a snowball method or the avalanche method, you're going to make it happen. But I'm just telling you what I enjoy more is the debt snow, and what has worked for me very effectively is because once we set a target, we don't plan on being in this stage forever. We're going to do what needs to happen to just make it, get it done and out of the way so we can keep it pushing. And so this is definitely not meant to be some extended period of you just in forever purgatory of paying off debt. That's not, at least from my perspective, that's not what my intentions were ever was. So even whichever one I chose is really just going to be to knock it down, get up out of here, keep it moving. So that's how I think about it, and maybe something to consider for yourself. Which one is better? I don't think one is better than the other. To be honest with you, I think it's a personal decision. Like I said, I've shared what my preference is. My preference is the debt snowball method because I like you seeing the momentum and you're able to see the progress happen a little bit faster because you're focusing on the smallest debt, and then you can just keep going and going and going. But for the math nerds out there and the interest rates and the finance majors out there, I get it. I understand it. For me, it's kind of more. It's beyond the mathematics of it and first of all, I'm not even gonna have it long enough to where it makes a large enough delta one way or the other where it really made a difference, because I'm going to get in there, knock it out, get out. So, uh, but hey, hopefully this video was helpful. Look to the right, above my right, or it might be above my left. It's going to be another video giving you information, financial education that you can actually use to help improve your situation. Make sure you leave a comment. Please share what your thoughts are. Do you like the snowball method better? Do you like the avalanche method better? Or are you indifferent? You don't care? Or, any comments, feedback is always good, right? And so feel free to do that. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. And to the next video, peace.